Hello and welcome to another episode of Ankle Sore. So today's show is part 3 of our annual season 2025 preview edition. But before we get started, go ahead, hit that like button, and if you're not already subscribed, hit that button too, and don't forget to hit the bell icon so you get an alert every time we drop a new episode. So 12 teams down, 6 to go. Be sure you check parts 1 and 2. We'll put them in the links above if you haven't already. It works out well if you watch them in that order.
Absolutely.
Let's kick off with Port Adelaide.
Oh, you're going to me, are you? That's
Yep.
nice. Port Adelaide. That's an interesting one. A few ins. Atkins is a handy in. I know nothing. He's a handy in. I know you don't
How
probably
many games are
like
going to play?
Who's Atkins?
Rory.
Rory.
He's not going to play a game.
Yes, he will. Of course he will.
That wasn't.
Yeah, he'll play.
That was a strange trade. I just think it was just making.
Lukosius will play.
Just
Okay.
Yeah, go.
And they've lost Tom Cleary. Some of these losses I thought interesting. Evans, he wasn't that bad.
Yeah, he's okay.
They gave him a few
Francis
games.
Evans?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they gave
Dixon
him-
obviously gone. McKenzie retired. Houston's gone. That's the loss because he used to set him up off half back, right? They're gonna have an issue with that because I don't think there's anyone else. I mean, Ali is good, but he's not really that dashing
link player.
That
yeah,
dashing
he's
No,
Houston
no, no.
type.
No.
I'm not sure. I'm worried about them because I think, that reason there. I don't think their disposal is great, barring the 3 big boys that we speak about. He might have a point because he said the same about Sydney last year, and I go, yeah, all right. But Butters, Rosie,
Horn Francis.
they're the 3.
That's it.
Right? The rest of them, they start to struggle. I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. On that note, I still think they'll play finals, but I've got them 7th.
Okay.
They're at the crossroads.
At the crossroads.
No doubt about it. They're at the crossroads.
They can go either way.
I just think that they've been knocking on the door for the grand final 2 years in a row. It's time that they try and bang the door, bash the door down.
I'm sure they're trying.
Like they're really, really at the crossroads. This is it now.
I think they're going to drop their,
Like,
the
this
best
is it.
home and away side. They're going to drop that mantle.
Yeah.
Oh, I still trust them. They've got the best trio midfield in the comp.
Probably.
Easily.
Touch and go.
Easily.
Not easily.
Sam Powell Pepper replaces
Forgot
Dan
about him.
Houston.
Correct.
So that it's going to be a handy
Not as-
inclusion.
not as good,
Not
though.
as good, but still, he's an A grader.
Very good.
But he
Ooh.
might go forward.
He's an A grade.
Absolutely.
A grader.
No,
Yeah.
no.
Oh, no.
absolutely.
No,
Absolutely.
Angela.
I know it's hot today, but come
No,
on.
no, he is. He is.
an A
He can
grader.
go forward too. Yeah, he is.
Okay.
Yeah,
fair
he was a
enough.
massive loss last year.
Yeah, he was. But
Huge.
He's the igniter. We call him the igniter.
Huge.
Not so much a great player, just the igniter.
Yeah.
Mitch Georgiades needs to stand up for them to make the grand final.
I didn't mention him,
I
but I
think.
feel a bit sorry for him. He's on his own down there now.
Well, Jack goes down there now. Jack Lukosius.
Oh, yeah. That bloke.
So, let's talk about Uncle Ken. Let's talk about
Go
Uncle
for it.
Ken.
Yeah.
The target on his back's huge.
Bad.
So it should be.
But he just continues smiling. He continues coaching.
Well, what's he
he
got-
does not care about any external factors. His attitude's great.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to give him that. No,
so,
you do.
So does he survive after this year? Or
No,
will
he's gone. It's the handover. It's
Yeah,
happening.
yeah.
Josh Carr's going
It's
to be
happening.
the
No matter what happens this year, he's done.
no matter what happens?
Yeah,
Because
I'm
I knew Josh
convinced
Carr
of
was
it.
going to be the understudy.
I'm convinced of it. Like how long
so they
is he
haven't
gonna wait
officially
for?
said it.
They haven't officially, but they've alluded to it.
It is Josh Carr, isn't it? It's not the other Carr brother.
Nah, Josh.
Nah, Josh Carr.
Josh Carr. So where are they finishing?
I've got him fourth, top 4, and
Maybe-
they can make the grand final.
Maybe Ralph Carr.
Who's Ralph? Oh, Ralph Carr's a
Manager.
Dustin Martin's
Martin's
manager.
manager.
Yeah. I think they can finish top 4. I think they can make the grand final.
Nah.
Yeah. They're going to win. They're going to win 12 home and
Okay.
away games.
All right.
Okay.
There's
fair
12. They don't have to win 3 more to win 15 games outside of
Okay.
Adelaide Oval
All right.
with the best trio midfield in the comp.
Okay.
Great.
Go.
You won't like what I've got to say then.
Yep.
No improvement to the list.
No.
No, that's
No
true.
improvement.
No. That's.
So they've actually decreased because Houston is that good
But
of
they
a player.
gained Sam Powell Pepper.
Yeah, but he was on the list. I said no improvement to the actual list,
Correct.
right? He was injured. He comes in, right? But Houston is bigger than what people think.
Oh, no,
Like, he was number 4 behind those 3, right?
100%.
Now they don't have a number 4. Like they just don't. You might think it's Sam Powell
He
Pepper.
missed the
but-
last 6 weeks.
Who?
Houston, or was
And
it 3 weeks?
No. Well, 3 or 4 weeks. He got 6 weeks
They
suspended.
won a final without him.
Yeah, by 3 points.
Still won a final.
Yeah, I know, but how'd they go? They were struggling. They couldn't kick a score. Anyway, Jack Lukosius. Horrendous pickup.
I think you're a bit harsh.
Yeah, you are harsh.
See Jack Watts. That's all I'm going to say. False hope. And you used to go, oh, no, he's okay. Change. Okay. Jack, lazy. Just when he wants to play, he's okay. When does he want to play?
But don't you think he's clean with the footy, though?
He's got to get it
He
first.
is when he gets it.
He's got to get it.
Very clean.
He's got to
4
get
times.
It's a bit lazy,
Exactly.
I agree.
Ken Hinkley's got so much out of this list. There's nothing more to get out of it. He's wrung it dry, right?
So they're missing finals. I'm smelling the...
Yeah, I'm smelling missing finals.
Yeah, you don't have to smell too hard because you're right. It's definitely his last year. I mean, I thought about that before the succession plan got spoke about last week or whenever it was. I'm not sure they can kick a score. And that's my worry with any team. If you can't kick 14, 15 goals, you've got no chance of threatening anyone in the AFL. Yes, you'll win games, of course, 100%, right? But imagine trying to win games kicking 12 goals every week. It takes it out of you.
Tough.
You get cooked by halfway through the season.
But that midfield will smash it in.
Well, to a point.
And they'll rebound.
Again, see the preview of the 2024 grand final where I said you can put 4 players on each of those 3 best. Don't worry about the rest. Port Adelaide. Do that to them, they struggle.
I agree.
If Rosie Butters and Horn Francis, 2 of those at least aren't
Don't get on
their
the board.
top 3 players every week.
And they've got to
Can't
get on
argue
the
with that.
board, but they do get on the board.
They do, but...
I'm putting a lot of reliance on them doing that.
Well, that's
I'm
the
just
thing.
curious to see where he's got him.
I've gone 13th.
Jesus!
Not 9th, not 10th.
That's okay.
13th is...
That's okay.
How
You giggled about Geelong last year, and where did
Gold
Geelong
Coast.
finish?
Yeah, I know. Is that your big one for the year?
That's my big one.
Gold
Port
Coast
Adelaide.
won
Jeez.
10,
Massive.
Yeah.
9 games or 8 games from 13.
That's okay. We're not
So
talking
you've
about
got
Gold
Port winning
Coast.
8 games.
Whatever it takes. Yeah, 8 games.
8
okay,
games?
yeah.
9 games, maybe?
All right. Can I put it to you? Can I sell it to you this way? Is there always one team that just falls off?
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah, no,
It could be anyone, but I'm saying
That's
it's going to
fair
be Port
enough. That's
Adelaide,
what
right?
it
Yeah, all things even. No, forget injuries. We know that teams fall over bad. Look at Melbourne, how badly
Yeah, yeah.
they fell over.
Yeah.
That's true.
You're saying, like, without, on a blank canvas, they're going to win 8 games.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Anyway.
I disagree with that.
No problem. You've got them 4th. So one of us are going to be right.
I know,
I don't
correct.
think there's any in between.
I
I
know.
think they're going to do very well. very
7th
poorly.
is okay.
Yeah, but that's kind of like easy. Like not easy for you, but like
That's
easy.
a fall. Yours is a...
That's a fall. How's it a fall?
Well, they finished in the top. They played in the preliminary final last year.
Yeah,
They
I know.
finished second.
Okay.
Right.
All right.
So that's a fall.
I
So
agree.
you're going to say a big fall.
Anyway.
Where are we? Richmond.
Tigers.
Richmond.
I'll take this
Who's
one.
Richmond?
Yeah, go
Yours.
for
It's going to be very quick. 18th.
Yeah.
Nothing to report. Bunch of kids.
He's right.
Everyone's left, and they're starting again. That's it. Move on. I don't know. You're going to say something.
Look, you're right. 100% right.
let's
I mean,
not
I had
be
it
silly.
written down that I was Baker Bolton, the obvious Graham,
Yep.
Martin, Grimes, Pickett, retired, Rioli's gone.
It's half the team.
I'll tell you one, just quickly. Are you finished? Sorry, were you done?
Oh, yeah, there's nothing more to say.
Would you have, after losing all those players, would you have delisted Cumberland? I wouldn't have.
Yeah, it's an odd one.
Surely you keep him then.
It is an odd one.
You know, that's one thing I thought that was a mistake. And look, again, is Sam Layla, however you say it, is he going to have impact early? I don't know. I mean, you're expecting a lot from a kid.
Yeah, and Smiley.
Yeah.
That's the other one. Yeah.
But they're for 3 years down the track.
He's a
they're
pretty happy kid.
Yeah, smiling.
Always.
He's happy.
Anyway, where you got him, 18th?
18th.
Yeah, same.
Yeah,
here,
18th. Look, I got him 18th, but for any Richmond supporters that want something out of it, a lot depends on the health of Tom Lynch.
Yeah, that's
Gibbs will come back, which is a positive.
Gibkiss.
Jacob Hopper, hopefully he can get back to some sort of form.
A lot hangs on Taranto too now.
It does turn a little bit of luck as well. Richmond's rebuild will be as slow as any other side.
it
Everyone's
is.
talking about, the Tigers can get out of really quick. I've heard people say
they
that.
can't.
Why?
No, they won't.
It'll be as slow as North, slow as West Coast.
Yeah.
Play the kids straight away.
Yeah, they
straight
have to
away.
play every game unless they're injured.
I'll finish with a little negative. What happens to Adamuso if they finish last? How many years do they?
Nah, you can't.
How many years? It's just a question.
Another 2 at least.
He's got at least 3. He's got to give it 3.
3 years at least.
If they don't improve in 3 years, then
Fair enough.
you question
Yeah,
it.
I mean, he's starting his last year didn't count for him, right?
No, that's true.
Yeah.
Right, so it
that's
starts
true.
this year. So he's got 3 years from here on in, I would say, right?
Yeah, fair enough.
Or at least 2, and then see where he takes them or what
fair
happens.
enough.
And
Fair enough. You've done it.
Yeah,
that's a
I'm
quick
done.
one. Yeah.
Let's get on to St Kilda.
He wants to go to the toilet. Hey, before you start, I got show and tell today.
Show and tell.
Show and tell. Do you, you won't know this is.
Baby Blue.
Do you know this bloke?
Never heard of him.
It's one of my rock t-shirts. I didn't wear it today.
Why didn't you wear it?
I don't know. I
Just wanted to bring it in.
Wasn't in the baby blue mood, but I thought I'll bring one in just because I wear one every week.
Tom Waits.
Studio session. Okay, explain. I've got no idea who he is.
This bloke swallowed razor blades. No, he didn't, but he sounds like he swallowed razor blades.
Sounds like Gary Dempsey.
Do you know?
No,
Have you heard him?
sounds like
I haven't heard his music. No.
sounds like Louis Armstrong, but 5 times more gravelly.
Okay, fair enough.
And better?
So would you welcome the curious and the very talented Tom Waits?
I got here last night. I was on the plane from Paris for about 22 hours.
Oh, for me, he's bluesy. You know what he's like?
So he's bluesy.
He's bluesy, he's jazzy. He sounds like someone that's just, you know, like he hasn't got a home. He's just there playing music. And
So,
yeah.
so like blue? Okay, well, that's not you. That's not your sort of music.
Yeah,
is
I
it?
like
it
blues.
is.
Yeah, he knows,
Okay.
he knows. Look, it's like a Louis Armstrong plus 5 times as gravelly.
Okay.
He's no Kendrick Lamar, but hey.
Paul. So New Orleans. Be seen in New Orleans singing the bluesies.
Yeah, like,
he could be in New Orleans.
Yeah,
So he
yeah.
could have done Super Bowl halftime
He
show.
could have done Super Bowl.
Could
Songs like that.
Go and find something, would you? Put something on and find some.
Tom Waits.
Tom Waits.
Okay.
Best album, Mule Variations, for anyone that's interested. A cracker. 1999 that was. A cracking album.
No.
I thought it was dead. I thought it was 60s.
Nah, the bloke still... the bloke did it.
he's very old.
His last album was like 8 years ago.
Yeah, right. I thought you were talking 50s and 60s.
Nah.
60s and 70s, isn't it?
70s onwards.
Okay,
70s
fair
onwards. Anyway,
Yeah.
sorry, I just wanted to...
That's all
No,
right.
you've done
Show
well.
and tell. It's fine.
You've done well. Let's get to St Kilda.
Oh, am I going now? Okay.
Whoa.
All right.
Yeah, he loves them.
So, I
The
don't know if,
regulars will just go.
Yeah.
maybe. I don't know if anyone's heard of Burn the King and a show called Potluck.
Let it buoy, grinding on for years. That's what he said.
So I'm going to critique that like Burn the King. I'll put the clip in for you to watch, but I'm going to critique St Kilda like he does.
Take the pressure down, 'cause I can feel it.
Very difficult to decide if there's a future for this kind of work. In that opening little spin routine, you almost gave yourself whiplash. I thought that was such a surprise to you. And the dear little dance in the middle with karate kicks as well. What a combination of ideas. Perhaps your work would be better in chorus. Maybe one of those awful things they do these days for charity, you know? Let it be, let it be, let it be.
Oh, they make films.
Grinding on for years to bore us to death with raising money for some poor handicapped group. Perhaps if you were to join a huge chorus, 20 to 30,000 in a chorus would be... Singing-wise, you're not exactly the most enchanting experience I've had, but dance-wise, you're disastrous. 15.
Game style is horrendous. Horrendous.
Yeah,
Worst game style in years, right? I can't get behind that.
Can't get behind it and get over it.
Yeah, I can't get it. I can't. The list is average at best. That's being kind. That list is just terrible. Let's be like.
it's...
Do they have a star?
That's what you think.
Oh, well, do they have a star?
Yeah, I do. They do have a star.
Do they?
Cal Wilkie's a star.
Okay, yeah, okay.
He is, yeah.
That's it. So one star. The rest
Philippo?
of
But you asked me, I'm telling
Who's
you.
Philippa? He's played one.
No, Angelo.
Angelo. The coach, he's hard-headed. Will never change.
Yeah, he's hard-headed, yep.
That's all.
And
I've got him finishing 16th,
Below North.
below North. Yeah,
Me or you?
I don't trust him. I don't like him.
Well, I don't hate them as much as you do, but I do need to apologise because I've picked him in the 8 2 years in a row. Picked him 7th last year, I think.
So you understand now.
So I'm not picking them in the finals, not playing finals. They've got to do a lot to.
Impress you? Yeah.
I don't mind their list. I've watched them a few times
Okay.
live. They move the ball okay. But
A
they're
lot of
too
teams move
defensive.
the ball okay.
Wanganeen Mirror is a star. Star.
Oh,
Potential
yeah, okay.
Potential
Star.
star.
Forgot about him.
Potential
Losing
star.
Josh Battle losing the battle.
Yeah, losing part of the
Hurts
battle.
Still
them.
stuff
Hurts them.
hurts them. And like I said, that Mateus,
Philippou.
he has to, it'd be nice
Step
to
up,
see him
mate.
to have a breakout.
Yeah, he has to step up.
Be good if he wasn't injured for a few weeks.
I'm really torn on St Kilda. Like, I'm picking them 12th, but I'm torn. Like, I can see them
Okay.
winning games. I can see them losing stupid games. I told you in the last episode or episode before.
Yep.
What's the real St Kilda? Was it the last 6 weeks of the year or the first? If the real St Kilda is the last 6 weeks of last year, they'll be competitive.
All right. I don't know the answer, but is he coached for 2 or 3 years, Ross Lyon?
I don't
Is
know.
it 2
Dale can't
years?
answer you there.
It was his second year this year,
Okay.
last year.
So he's coached in, 46 games?
Mm-hmm.
So you're banking on 6 games being the real St Kilda, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I get that.
I'm not. It's not an argument. It's
No, it's
like,
fair.
I get
it's like,
that.
I'll take the 37 before, 30, whatever it is, before. That's the real St Kilda.
No,
for me,
I get
right?
that.
He just won't
Yeah.
change. He refuses to change. Like, he does it in patches, like those 6 weeks, where it didn't mean anything. They couldn't play finals.
Yeah.
Whatever. He's like, let's try this. Mate, as soon as pre-season starts, it's back to the,
Yeah, they did it last
back to
year.
the little
They've
box
got a
there.
massive problem with who they are,
Yeah.
and they need to decide who they are. Like, what do they stand
Fair.
for?
Yeah, that's fair.
What's their game plan? It changed every week. They're playing attacking, and they played defensive, and then they played in games that under the roof were 6-8. The Gold Coast game, didn't against Carlton, they kicked 16. I was like, who are you, St Kilda?
Where have you got him?
Fine, I've got them 12th.
Oh, yeah.
Go.
Oh, no, that's it. Okay, picked up Jack Carroll from Carlton. That's not a bad little pick. I thought he was okay.
That slipped under the radar, that one.
That was okay. Jack McRae, is he going to be any impact for them?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I think so too. And look, the number 10 pick, they've been going bananas about this Turu. Is that how you pronounce it?
Taru, yeah,
Turu.
yeah.
Going to miss half the season.
Yeah,
Is
he's
he?
injured.
No, I didn't know
Broken
that.
back or something.
Oh, dear.
Broken back.
Yeah, no, it's something to do with his
Okay,
back.
so they've
back
lost-
Yeah,
fracture or
North were
something.
looking at him.
Well, okay. So they've lost Lucky. Well,
Yeah.
in a way. Well, they've lost Battle. We know Bonnet delisted. I'm surprised a little bit.
Yeah,
Brad
right.
Crouch retired. Fair enough.
Yeah, his knee was-
Hayes delisted. You ever surprised on that? Is it Jack Hayes?
Jack Hayes, yeah.
Jack Hayes, yeah.
And Membry Seb Ross delisted. I'm shocked.
And the fact that
He's okay.
no one else picked him up.
No. But,
Okay, so
okay, continue.
I'm surprised. Like I said, I'm surprised about Membry and Ross being delisted, and Battle's a bit of a loss. McRae handy pickup, perhaps. Oh, I've got him just the other way around. I've got him just above North at 15th.
Okay.
So you've got him 15th, you've got him
16th.
and I've
you
got him 12th.
So they're not playing finals.
No,
You know,
nowhere near.
in
I'm
our-
not going to. No, I can't stick my neck out for
So,
that.
so the question he asked you before, will you be shocked if they play finals?
No, you're asking the wrong person.
No, I'm asking you because
Well, no, I wouldn't be shocked.
Chance. Okay.
I'll be staggered.
I'd be staggered if they played finals.
They have to win 13 games. I'm not sure if
No
that's a
chance.
big year.
No chance.
That's a big year
Yeah,
considering the
it
last
is.
2 years
Yeah,
they,
true,
they couldn't.
Can't help you.
Let's go to the Sydney Swans.
Okay, all right. So, sorry, I'm just going to my 1980s notes. There we go.
Written in chalk,
In the chalk.
crayon.
Okay, so the obvious,
Chalk. What
obvious,
kind of-
their obvious picks are all their draft picks, the academy kids, all that. That's their obvious. You know, there's no real big name. They didn't trade. Obviously, they lost Parker. That kid Costanti is an unknown. You
don't
don't know. And Sam Reed retired. That was always going to happen.
That's good.
Look, I reckon the horses are lost, believe it or not, because I think it's going to take a bit of time. I know Cox was in the box and all that, but still a different voice. He's going to do things a little bit
Yeah,
differently, you
of
would
course,
think.
of course.
I still don't understand what he's saying last year. Those three big names in that side are great. But if they don't perform week in, week out again, it's going to be hard for them to do that. And they've lost Parker, believe it or not, that's a loss, right? I've actually got him missing finals. I've got him 9th.
That's interesting.
I think just miss.
That's interesting.
Are you surprised?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you want me to go? Okay. I've got London and Sydney. You're right. For me, it's funny for me to say this, but they finished on top of the ladder, but they were the biggest disappointment. And that comes down to
Absolutely.
the grand
And I
final.
agree with that.
The biggest disappointment for me was Sydney last year. Because home and away, all it does is get you there, right? It doesn't. Again, we've been through this where you don't play the top 4 teams every week. You play North Melbourne and Richmond
That's
and
right.
West Coast, right? So, finishing top means nothing unless you win the premiership or at least show up on grand final day.
Correct.
I can't see. I think what you were saying about Dean Cox, I don't know how he improves them.
Every team.
No, yeah.
Like, It's unnecessary. You put me off.
Every time.
Every time. I don't know where the improvement's coming from. I really can't see it, you know? Like, apart from, like, Chad Warner's bought a house in Perth, right? Is he leaving this year, at the end of this year?
Or it could be just a...
Like, is he interested?
Could be a
you know,
Airbnb.
does he play timid because he doesn't want to get injured? Because...
Don't know.
Oh, jeez.
No, I'm just putting it out there. I'm not saying he does, but... Like, he was pretty good last year, right?
He
was, yeah.
Golden Warner and Heaney.
My boy.
Yeah, you can have him. Is he already going to Perth? All right, mate, if you buy a house in Perth, you're gone, I reckon, right?
Pat.
Oh, no, that's a big call. He's
if
6
it's
hours
true,
away.
obviously it's true.
I think they've been exposed. I think the grand final exposed everything about Sydney.
Okay. Maybe the other sides are going to look at that grand final and go, this is what we need to do.
Yeah. And I think they won't be playing finals.
Either.
I've got them ninth.
Same as me.
Just missing.
Okay.
Both of us, ninth.
Their pieces are still in place. The coach goes, but like you said, the coach has been in the box. So nothing really changes there. I reckon they're ready to go around again. I'm not going to be brave enough to put them in the top 4. There's going to be changes. There'll be experiments. There's no doubt. But they're largely still the same players that got them to finish top. And like you always say, good home and away footy. No, that won't change. So psychologically, the grand final loss, how deep into the season does that affect them?
How deep does it cut them, yeah.
That's a big, their forward line stinks. McDonald's injured.
Is he?
Yeah. So they're talking McCartan, and they've played practice matches with McCartan forward.
Joel Amati, there's a pen.
Well, they can't rely on Amati, and they just can't.
Tried
So
to tell you
McCartan forward
tried to tell you last year, Vito.
takes a defender out. So
Yeah, a very good defender.
And they're going to rely on a little 5 foot, Papley.
And the Lizard needs more support. Where it's coming from, I don't know.
I don't know.
I've got them
Water.
finishing 6th. I've got them finishing 6th only because they'll be thereabouts. They'll win their games of footy. They didn't gain much, but they didn't lose a great deal, like the way you're saying.
You look at that 9th, 6th. We've all decided that they're
sliding.
sliding.
I'm not going to. I'm not.
They're massively sliding from top to.
I don't think they'll get to preliminary final week.
Yeah.
They can win a final.
That's what I was going to ask you. They can't win the premiership, can they?
They can't win a premiership,
Not with that
no.
forward line, or even back line. If
No, I don't think they'll win.
Well, if they play McCartan forward, then
like that massive change of McCartan forward, if it happens, or
if it happens,
right, that says everything. That they're not panicking, but they can't kick us. They can't rely on the
the
forward
panic
line. Right?
station.
Scott can get the ball. He gathers well and kicks it to Cameron, who's marked 40 metres from goal. He'll have to kick it quickly because there's under a minute left. Cameron, move it. Panic stations.
No, do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
It doesn't.
Yeah.
It doesn't fill you with confidence, right? Fill you with confidence. Yeah, I know. Okay, 6th.
With
I can cop
Dean
that.
Cox, I think it's a beautiful time to get that
Sydney.
coaching role because it's a bit like, I don't want to say, Chris Scott. he got Geelong at a really good time,
He did.
and then he was a little bit lucky.
Yeah, but hang on. Sorry to interrupt you. Bomber goes, there you go, mate. You have
It was
a
ready,
free,
mate. It was
have a
ready,
free
mate.
flag.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm not
And he's
saying
the
Sydney's
first
going
to
to win a
admit it.
flag next year, but they've got the nucleus to. Okay, if your mate goes to Perth, that's fine.
Who's my mate?
Well, if Warner does go to Perth,
Yeah.
it's a loss, but let's work around it. We've still got a good nucleus of play. Do you know what I mean?
Work around it. How do you?
Well,
work
what do you think?
around-
Warner's just going to go to Fremantle and they're not going to get anything in return?
What are they going to get? Draft picks.
No.
You don't know what you're going to get out of that
Walters.
Mate, I'll
draft.
be asking for their best player.
And they're going to say no.
Well, then there's no trade. You can sit on your ass in Sydney, mate.
But he's out of
Don't
contract.
care if you got a house.
He's out of contract.
He's out
Well, they've got to find out a way to get something back.
I'm just saying.
Sydney's not
They
going to
wanna-
let him
they
go
wanna-
for nothing.
Well, they want to take something.
And
because
they want to
he's
start
bought a
working
house.
hard now
Yeah.
on it.
Yeah, I'd
Yeah.
want to get it done before the season starts.
Anyway.
to be honest.
Anyway,
Yep.
Western Bulldogs.
Western Bulldogs. I'm in the wrong order, didn't I? Of course I
Well,
did.
this is the debatable thing.
Yeah, is Western
Is it
Bulldogs?
Western Bulldogs or
Yeah,
West
West
Coast?
Coast Eagles.
Western is a longer word than West, I'm assuming.
No, it doesn't work like
and
that.
that's B, and
It
that's C. How-
should be West Coast first.
Let's
Okay,
go.
let's
with
do
West
West Coast
then.
then.
We're going West Coast?
You're the professor here, so we'll
Yeah,
go with
oh,
West
yeah,
Coast.
yeah.
No, we refer to you on these
Okay.
matters.
Their ins I like. Liam Baker, Jack Graham. I know Matt O's a good in for him.
It is.
No, he's a very good in for him. All right, they've lost Darling. They've lost Barras. That's a loss. Geez, I'm surprised that some of these blokes got there listed Witherden.
Got delisted.
Yep, Jones. What's his name?
Who's Jones.
What's his first? I can't think of his name. You don't talk about Jones.
No.
Play like in the forward line.
No.
I think he's Indigenous, if I'm not wrong.
No.
Jermaine Jones. No?
It might be
Jermaine
Jermaine
Jones.
Jones. I think it's
Yeah,
Jermaine
the
Jones.
Geelong, extra long.
He got delisted. No, if it's him, I'm shocked.
I think it is. Don't quote
Put
me.
first names in next time.
I know.
into the
Yeah,
squiggle.
you should, yeah, because a lot of
should.
Joneses playing.
So
They had a lot. They had Andrew Jones. They had Chad Jones.
yeah, Chad
their
Jones.
ins, their ins are okay. The potential loss of Oscar Allen in a year or so could be a problem.
Yeah.
I mean, again, has he going to perform this year? Just like the other bottom two, Richmond and North, they need all their players fit to be okay. But I think those ins, Matt Owens will chip in for goals, like I said. Baker and Graham definitely helps them with experience, run, toughness. I still got them 17th. I think they'll still finish bottom two. But I wouldn't be surprised if they finish 16th and North finish 17th.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't
I
be
was thinking the
surprised.
same
I'd
thing.
be very surprised.
I think North's ahead of them.
North's on a different trajectory to West Coast.
Yeah, I think so.
West Coast is starting to build around Harley Reid, and that was
Yeah.
last
So
year.
you got
right?
him-
North's
yeah.
2 years ahead of that.
Oh,
Surely.
I think 17th.
Surely,
I think
surely.
17th.
Okay.
I think I'm not going to even. You've covered everything.
Yeah, there's not much to say.
Their players that they've brought in makes them tougher to beat at home.
Yeah, I
So
totally agree
you
with
win
that.
6 games at home, and then you're out of the 7. You're out, 6 or
Yeah,
7
100%.
games. Another team that was bold in trade week.
Yeah, correct.
Like, they did what they had to do to bring in those players. So, same position, 17th. I think they're going to be competitive at home. They'll win. Yeah, I can understand why your theory on North and West Coast swapping around.
Yeah.
No doubt about it. I'm just not sure how many wins they'll win. So, I'm happy to keep it at 17th.
How many wins I'll win? How many wins
many
How
I'll
many
win?
win?
wins they'll win?
Games they'll
How
win.
many games they'll win?
All right. Similar to Richmond, starting from fresh.
Yeah, I
young.
agree.
Dom Sheed out for the year.
Is West Coast ahead of Richmond?
No.
No.
Only
reckon?
because Richmond have got all those picks.
Touch and go.
Like the Harley Reid thing was only last year, so it's only a year, but Richmond got so many picks, kids. I think they're a touch ahead, Richmond. Just in the process. They
Surely-
haven't done the clean out yet.
Surely this time next year, that I'll ask you the same question.
Okay, so is Liam Baker, Matt Owies and Jack Graham, who are all 28 or so,
Yeah,
apart from Liam
yeah.
Baker, like are they in their next premiership?
No.
Okay, so
No.
Richmond
Smiley,
got rid of
Layla,
two. Yeah,
yeah.
you know what I mean? So I think they're ahead in that aspect.
I
Yeah.
tell you what, Cindy's going to hate us, mate. We've been lambasting West Coast.
No, but
Sorry.
Being
GWS
honest.
is the one you should be going for now.
Yeah, true,
Cindy.
true. Yeah, Dom Sheed out for the year.
Yeah, that's a.
Yeah, I know.
I mean,
I know he's getting
I
9.
don't need
But
that.
a senior player, no,
They
they
do
can't
not
afford
need
that.
that.
I agree.
They can't afford that. Tom Barras, massive. Like Barras and
Saw
McGovern
something.
are fantastic together, but on their own, it's tough, right? So
agree.
he's going to have it tough this year, McGovern. I'll go and finish in 17th also.
Elliot Yo, did you mention him?
What about him? He's
Yeah,
injured
he's
too,
got
yeah.
long term.
Oh, I don't even
So they've lost
factor him
Yo
in.
and Sheed. Like that's
Yeah,
brutal.
it's
Yeah, they're,
Have you
you're
got
right, actually.
Jackson Nelson departures at
No,
West Coast?
no.
He's another one.
Okay.
who's that?
Yeah, Jackson Nelson, I know he is.
Was it
It's 4
back?
years ago.
Yeah.
mate. Jackson Nelson.
Was he still on that list last year?
Have I been in the twilight?
No, he just hasn't been playing.
Okay.
That's interesting.
Never
But yeah,
heard of
look, I think now that I think
Nelson?
about it,
There's about 10 players I've never heard
with,
of.
with Sheed out, and you're right, Ellie. Yeah, I think they'll finish below North. I think.
Okay. So we've
Well,
all
then
got them 17th.
You've done it
funnily enough.
right then. You've done it
Yeah,
right.
I think so.
Go on.
Oh, I think
No,
we're
I was
done.
going to say, no, we're not.
No, we're
No,
not.
we're not. Oh, we've got Western Bulldogs.
Footscray.
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 Who's up?
Oh, I'm happy to take it, or do you want
Go.
to take it? It's up to you.
I'll go.
Yeah, go for it.
Very interesting team, the Bulldogs. Very interesting. Almost like Forrest Gump open up the box of chocolates. You don't know what you're going to get.
No, I agree with that.
Right? Because they could be that good or they could be that bad. Trelaw missing for 10 weeks is going to hurt massively. He was
And
an
Jamara,
Australian last
when
year.
they reckon he's going to play
Hang
now?
on,
Oh,
I'm
sorry.
getting there.
Sorry. Sorry about that.
Press conference. Too quick. Timing.
Yeah.
Timing.
Yeah, 10 weeks for Trelaw, massive.
Yeah, that's
massive. Jamara, when's he coming back? Indefinitely, right?
Yeah.
It could be next week, it could be in 8 weeks.
Now, we're talking about coming back, but when's he going to play? We're talking about.
Yeah, I mean coming back to play. Like you can be
Mate,
back
he hasn't trained. He hasn't.
he can go and sweep the floors at the club, it doesn't mean he's going to play.
He hasn't
But you're
trained.
right,
He's done, he's done nothing, has he?
No.
Supposedly
I don't
not.
think so.
So yeah, that's who knows. Tim English and Liam Jones injured
That's
early.
a massive loss, Liam Jones. A massive injury.
It depends how
Can't
long
afford
they're
that.
out for. I think they can cover it for a week or two, but not, longer than that. I'm not sure. I love Matt Kennedy as a Carlton supporter. Huge fan of Matt Kennedy.
What's the go? Sorry, Tim English. Is he long term or?
No, I don't think it's long
It's not
term.
long term. But I believe Jones is.
Yeah, well,
Is
we
it
actually
not?
don't know. Like, it's funny. The AFL brought in a rule last year where you had to disclose injuries and
Yeah.
have more press conferences with any player you want. Has there ever been anyone
No,
get?
that's right.
They're gutless, the AFL, aren't they? Mate, start finding these teams. We need to know. We're the people that put money in your pocket, right?
Anyway,
They can't win the premiership, I'll say that much. Bont can't do it on his own. As good as he is, can't do everything on his own. I've got him finishing 7th, though.
You got him in the finals.
Yeah, I think.
jeez,
But like I said at
Where
the
have you got
start,
him again? Sorry.
I haven't done it
he
yet.
hasn't done it yet.
I thought he'd done
No.
it.
Like, they could finish anywhere from 7th to 14th. That's
Yeah.
as big a...
Yep.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm glad
You know
you
what I
said
mean?
that.
Like, I'm
Justifies me.
yeah. Oh, well, there you go. All right.
Yeah, righto.
All right. So yeah, Matt Kennedy, good in. Very.
There was a bit
very
of a
good.
Tom Waits.
Yeah, it was a bit Tom Waits in.
Yeah.
No, it's anyway. Yeah, Tom Waits.
Okay, so they lost Daniel Keith, retired. Fair enough.
Yeah, he's no.
McRae, another midfielder.
He wasn't doing anything.
I
I
reckon
know,
it
but
helps.
Bailey Smith and McRae. That's
Yeah, but Bailey Smith didn't play last year.
so
They
who's the
played finals.
midfield? Libar's getting on a bit too.
Yep. And then the Bond.
Bond,
And
of course.
Trelaw's injured.
Bit of trouble.
And Matt Kennedy, I suppose.
Matt Kennedy comes
And
in.
they'll have some
I
kids.
agree. That's a good
What's
point.
that kid they got? Riley
Riley
Sanders.
Yeah,
He looks all right.
Son of Colonel. But
Yeah, Colonel.
But the Colonel, we haven't seen the Colonel. Of
Haven't
all the
seen
draft
Oh,
enough.
you'll
picks.
see him this year.
Have to.
Yeah,
Have
look,
to.
you're right about the Dogs. You don't know what's going to happen, but I've got them actually 10th.
Yeah, okay. That sounds about... JJ is still running around for him.
He's injured too.
He's injured too. I
Jeez,
mean,
if you rely on him, you're going to struggle.
the Bont's out of contract. Will he move on?
Potentially. I
What do you
think.
think? Yeah.
I think this year's make and break for him. Like, the Bulldogs haven't done anything
It is.
trade wise, right?
It is.
But how old is he, Bont?
29.
Is he okay?
This strikes me this year for the Dogs as do or this
Yeah,
is
do or
a
die.
bit like Port Adelaide.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think
He-
they die. I think they finish 11th. I'm not going to add any more to that conversation. They've got 3 good forwards. Like,
Yeah.
they can tear.
Well,
tear
2
a
at the
forward.
moment because you don't know what's going to happen with Jamal.
Okay, yeah, but they've still got like Darcy and O'Donnell,
And Vito's mate,
arguably who's
Waitman.
Please.
Waitman.
He's a good goal kicker, dangerous
arguably
forward.
the best.
Everyone's
forward in the
dangerous when you
competition.
get cheap free kicks.
But the forward line's not a problem for the Bulldogs. That's not the problem.
It's not. It's
just
mid going back.
Mid going back,
defensively.
yeah, 100%.
Defensively, they're nothing special at
No,
all.
they're not. Although Jones and Rory Lobb going back last year helped. Rory Lobb helped. He played really
and
well.
he's going to
going
have to
back.
go back again.
Yeah, and he'll be fine.
But if English doesn't sort of play in the early parts, then he'll have to ruck.
Yeah,
So
potentially, unless they've got another young
I've got him
ruckman.
11th anyway.
Chuck $50 in the first round. $5.
North,
50.
huge chance. Huge chance.
We'll see about that.
Huge chance.
Anyway,
Well, there you have it. Our predictions of 2025 done. And yet another episode of Ankle Sore in the books. Let us know where you think your team will finish in the comments, and we'll see you in the next one.